Hey everybody, how's it going? I just kind of wanted to bring this to you as a video update because I thought that would be a cool and creative way to kind of launch into the new year and kind of encourage me to start making more content like this, more things where it's very visual, where it's short form, and I'll explain a little bit more later why. It's been an interesting year. Lots has been going on in my personal life, lots has been going on in my film life, lots of moving around, lots of changes to things, and because of all that, it's been a very chaotic year for me, but that's okay. I'm still doing what I want to be doing, which is creating and enjoying life. So I'm going to jump right into it. The very first thing I want to talk about is film, the film stuff that we're doing. I think I posted, I can't remember how long ago, something on Facebook about me kind of like semi-retiring from film. And to an extent that is still true. More or less what was happening, I've been trying for a very long time to run photography and also video as a job, as a career. And it's a very competitive market. Lots of people do this, lots of people think they can do this. And so it becomes very cluttered. It was being very disappointing. It was very not fulfilling work. 2 years ago, even 3 years ago, before pandemic, I was working almost exclusively doing product photography for a variety of different companies. A lot of them were overseas. It was just very fulfilling to me. I enjoyed, having things that people could present on their website to help sell their product. If you get an LV Rose pillow, the photos on it are still mine, featuring a local actress who, I don't know if she wants her name out there, so I won't say it, but it was just so much fun and it was so fulfilling to me. Anyway, pandemic hit, that whole market was gone. I don't really know why, but we went from 10 or 11 different orders a month to just zero. There was nothing. And I noticed that my competition, their engagement started to drop too. Like all the drop shipping people just seemed to vanish, all the companies seemed to vanish, and it was so hard now to even get like an interview with local small businesses. They just didn't want to hear it. They just didn't have the money for advertising, they felt. And it was very hard to convince them that the marketing was the most important part of their business. So that all to say, like, that kind of began to trickle down. I was working for a while at a film company. Without going too much into detail, I had some problems with the owner there, and it really kind of it was almost the last straw to me. It was the final thing I had where I just enjoyed the work that I was doing, and it was just the events that transpired kind of ruined the whole thing. I did not want to do it anymore. I was worried about going into work every day. I did not want to be there. I wasn't happy. So I made a shift. I did something really crazy, and that is I got a day job. So I'm working what I would consider to be like a normal person day job, which is fine. And I really want to take this moment to kind of encourage you, if you're a creator, if you're a content creator of any kind, film or advertisements, whatever it is, don't be afraid to support your hobby with a day job. Pick a day job you're gonna like. Don't go to McDonald's, don't go to Wendy's, don't try out for Starbucks. You're not gonna be happy there because it's not creative. But find a job that fulfills what you want to be doing. Find a job that involves traveling. Find a job that involves going somewhere out there to work and enjoying your time there. And if you can do that, that extra income is gonna be great for bolstering yourself, for bolstering your business. And it helps to pay the bills. I'm not where I want to be right now because of the chain of events that's transpired. I'm in a place where I would like to move up and back to kind of where I was before. Before pandemic, I was living in a beautiful place. I was very happy. I had a good roommate. Business was booming. I would like to get back there, and this year is going to be basically devoted to doing that. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to start creating content, more content of the sort that people actually want to watch. So before I'd focus on like short form films and competitions, but the more I did that, the more I realized that it doesn't really matter like how many papers I have on my wall saying how great my film was. You're not getting revenue from that. You're not getting people that you want seeing your film. You're not building an audience. It's just this very shallow round of applause in the theater from a bunch of people that consider themselves your competition. Like they're not team players. They don't want you to get better. They want to show their film over top of yours because it's a competition. That's the nature of it. That's what you want. But it wasn't where I wanted to be. And so I looked at creating a film, which I will talk about again in a minute. The Rune Walker, which has become, Rune Runner that's become Rune Walker. That's still coming. Don't worry about that. I'll talk about that in a bit. But more or less what I'd like to be doing with my films is I'm going to be doing a number of things. Tutorials. I'm going to try to keep it to like a minute to 4 minutes for these tutorials, but I want to start providing you guys with the experience that I've had on set, the things that I've learned on set that have helped to boost my film career, that have helped to improve the films I do, and have won me a number of cinematography awards locally and across the world. It's stuff that I want to put out there. Like all of this, I know people make like paid tutorials and things like that. I don't want to do that. This information I received for free, I learned for free. You should have it for free. So if you're interested in learning these kind of things, I want to be a resource for you. If you're a film student, if you're just a small independent filmmaker that just wants to make something beautiful, I want these to be things that are multi-tools that you can use to improve your craft. That's my hope with these. So that's what I'm trying to do with the tutorial series. I'm going to be doing the review series. Despite everybody saying I should not do this, but I really do believe that that's the most critical reason to do it. People need to understand that when they put product out there, people are looking at that product and people are judging that product. And there is merit to having someone not only tell you what you're doing wrong from their perspective, but also encouraging you in the things that you're doing right, in the things that they love seeing. And through this, you can form a connection with your audience. Your audience can be disappointed in your work and still love you, and still care about your work and want you to succeed. Negative feedback is the best kind of feedback because it means your audience is engaged in the thing you're doing. They love what you're doing and they want to see it improve. The worst thing that can happen is an audience that just does not care. You will never hear from them again. It's just a number that vanishes, and that's terrifying to me. I would rather have all the negative feedback that I can work on and improve than have an audience that just gives up on what I'm doing and walks away. So that's what I'll be doing. I actually have a review, it's half filmed, of a wonderful film made by one of my friends, and his film is just an incredible short student film that I feel like really sets the bar for a lot of independent films. So be watching for that on my YouTube channel, which I hope you will go subscribe to. I'll put it probably in the comments somewhere here so that you can go click on it. Most of the goal here, footnote, is to start boosting my YouTube channel. I've never been a big YouTube guy. I don't want to be a career YouTuber. That's not something that I want to do in life. But having an audience, building an audience, is critically important to me. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Other things. I think that's about it for the YouTube channel itself. I'm going to be doing more of these like vlog style updates. I'll try to keep them shorter than this one. Like this is a very big like kind of pilot to this idea. Hopefully I'll get less awkward at it as we go through, but we'll see how it goes. As for upcoming films, there are 2 projects coming up, and I promise I talk about this, and so here's the part where we're talking about this. The first one is Runewalker. It was my magnum opus. It was a Viking film, a Viking fantasy film that I'd had on the back burner since we first made the prototype film for the road reel competition. And I know that in terms of the competition, it didn't perform terribly well, but in terms of audience reaction, people wanted more. People really wanted to see this universe expanded. And that's something that I wanted to give you. Now, I do want to be very frank and very honest with the logistics of this. The project right now, I am running most of the top-down stuff, and we have a wonderful selection of incredible talent signed up and ready to go. Simon Moody has, of course, offered the costumery that he has, just fantastic stuff. But unfortunately, that is the whole team. I was not getting really any support on the production side, on the crew side. People were being very demanding, very unpleasant to work with, to the point where I very rapidly kind of cycled through the people that were recommended to me. And it did depress me for a little bit. Not that I wasn't getting my work done, but because people were prioritizing just financial gain over anything creative. It was very saddening to me. I posted a big status about it, which I don't think quite got across what I was trying to say with it. The sadness isn't, wow, I'm not getting free stuff. Like, that's very important to understand. I want to see us all succeed, and I understand it takes money to succeed and to get places, but believing in the product you're making, when you bake cake, when you make a pizza, you are making something with the express hope that the audience will like it enough that they want to buy it from you. If you give out something bad, they're going to come back for a refund. And that's the worst case scenario. You want rave reviews, you want people coming back for more, but you have to make a product to start with. And I was really trying to do the best that I could do on the micro budget I had. I had no budget, it was all out of pocket. And I found that people were very quick to try to reach into my pocket and take money for themselves without any consideration for the project. And when it was clear to me that this would effectively bankrupt all the things we needed to get done and tried to offer alternatives, they were very quick to simply just pack up and leave. It was never about the art, it was never about creating, it was never about improving, it was about money in their pocket. I don't want to work with people like that. And if you are the sort of person that's like that, I understand completely that the economy is rough, but I can't work with people like that. Creativity must come first in my mind. That's the sort of people I want to surround myself with. Wonderful, creative-minded people that are doing something incredible with the films. Films are here to tell stories. It's critically important that we tell these stories, whatever they are. Break the mold, tell something new. And wherever you can, do your best to work with the budget. And if you can't afford it, that's fine, but please don't offer. Don't put these offers on the table. Say you're ready to help, say you want to help, and then pull the rug out from under them with an outrageous bill and then dip when they say they can't afford it. You must understand that our financial situation is the same as yours, okay? We are doing this with the hope that we will get something back. It's not going to be money in your pocket right off the bat. Now, due to the crew shortage I just mentioned, we are working with now an out-of-state team that will be coming here to do the filming for me. So I no longer need that groundwork support. It's just something that has caused the project to stall out very badly. But don't think that it's gone. We are simply delayed. I'm still hoping for spring next year as our film target. I don't want to say more about this crew, but you'll definitely be seeing more updates. They're wonderful professional people that I've known for a good deal of time, and they've made some staggeringly beautiful films, incredible films. Initially, we were planning to go down to Georgia, which is where they were hanging out, where they are centered and headquartered. But actually, when I proposed that, they actually said they wanted to come up here because the mountains are so beautiful up here that they wanted to film in this area. We're also partnered with, I forgot to mention this, we are partnered with Crackerbox Place. Oh man, Crackerbox Palace. I don't know why I do that so much. I promise I wasn't reading off a note, it's just in my head like that. I'm dyslexic. It is a wonderful animal rescue with, I think, like 400 acres of property, something like that. Beautiful forest, beautiful nature preserve. They do wonderful work with the animals. We're so excited to work with them. If you can, check them out. Donate if you can. They take animals that nowhere else takes. Genuinely incredible people. And they've offered to let us set up an entire Viking camp right there on their property and shoot basically the whole film there, more or less for free. Like, this promotion they didn't even ask me to do. I'm just throwing that out there. Like, they're incredible people doing incredible work. Definitely check them out if you can. Coming out and supporting my films, coming out and supporting the different endeavors that I'm doing, or even just saying, hey, I saw you needed XYZ for the wardrobe, I happen to have one, you can take it. That sort of thing means the world to me. I've gotten just an incredible amount of support from the wonderful people that I work with all the time in this film industry, and it's just incredible. I appreciate it so much. The last thing that I'm working on, and this is the official announcement for it, although I will be posting a separate announcement later, I have been chosen to be the head of the Rochester 72-Hour Film Festival. It's very similar, if not identical, to the 48-hour film festivals that you're all used to working on, except you will have an extra 24 hours for things like post-processing, post-production, editing, and sound cleanup, things like that. I hope that you can come out. I hope that you can participate. We're not sure on the price point yet. It'll probably be about the same cost as your typical 48. We have a vast selection of prizes. I really wanted to make sure that it was worth your time to come out and do this. You will get I actually don't think I'm allowed to talk about it just yet, so you'll have to forgive me for kind of glossing over this, but the prize pool the last time that this was run was in around like $3,000 to $4,000, I think, in different products, goods, services, etc. I'm really trying to cut down on just things where they gave us like a 50% off coupon. I want it to be something that you can pick up right there and immediately start using without any worries or concerns about it. So I'm running that. I'm very excited. It is under the Rafus banner. Rafus is our local film forum. They're I believe a non-profit, specifically here to help young filmmakers succeed, but also to help filmmakers in general in Rochester succeed. You don't have to be a Rochester native to be a part of this. If you're watching this in Buffalo, come on out. All we ask is that you have one in-person representative here when we do kick off. That's going to be next year. We're looking at October right now, and yes, it's probably going to be horror themed. Now, if I get enough feedback saying, oh, not another horror film competition, we will definitely be reconsidering that. We'll be thinking about that. But I think for right now, we're just looking at a repeat of the Rafus 72, which was hugely successful. So I really want to prioritize this year making steady content. I want to do regular tutorials. I want to do regular reviews. This isn't going to be like it's not going to be like The Critical Drinker or Nostalgia Critic, those kind of reviews. I really want it to be more like a Siskel and Ebert kind of, just a critical look at the film. But also, I love films. I love to watch movies. I love exciting plots and interesting plots. And so as a movie enjoyer, not so much as a film professional that thinks he knows better, but just as someone who loves watching movies, I want to watch your movies. So if you have a movie you'd like to submit for me to review, please feel free to send me a link to it. I'm take YouTube, Google Drive, whatever you'd like, and I will give it a fair shot on the show. I'm looking for things that are really like the cream of the crop. Send me the best you got. Also, if you want me to review someone else's film, feel free to send it over and I'll take a look at it as well. I'm not here to bash people, so if you're just sending me something for me to tear it apart, if I really hate it, I might do that, but for the most part, I'm not going to weaponize my critique. I want it to be fair and I want it to be balanced. I'm going to be obviously putting a heavy emphasis on the cinematography because that's the world I live in. Film, camera, all that. The story is the most important part to me, more than anything else. As much as I will nitpick the cinematography or what have you, the story is what matters the most to me. If you've made a good story, chances are I'm going to love it. So I think that's pretty much it for this update. But that's about it, guys. Please follow the new YouTube channel. I will be putting a link somewhere. It's either above or below this. And check out the new Patreon page. It's totally free. Don't worry about the paid tiers. You're still going to get all the good content. And if you love what I do, feel free to support it, either by sharing it with your friends, or by following it yourself, or by liking the videos, whatever you like. You know the drill. You've seen the YouTubers say, like, comment, subscribe, all those things. But I really want to grow. I'll be posting more regular updates. I want you to see more of what I do here, and I want you to be able to enjoy the stories that I'm trying to tell more often here on the channel. Most of them won't be like these life update style vlogs because you don't care about what I'm doing. Let's be honest here. But I hope you care about my films and I hope you care about the stories I'm telling. And that's what you're going to see the most on my YouTube and, of course, behind the scenes content on Patreon. These are all new things to me, so please bear with me if I'm not keeping up, if I miss a week or miss a day. I'm new to this. And again, I am working a full-time job now to support the dreams I want to achieve. I'm very happy there. Like, I want to stress that a lot. This is not a, I'm so sad and I really want to move back to filmmaking. It's just wonderful to be able to support myself and to be able to support the hobby that I love to do. If it becomes a job again, trust me, I'll be right back there doing it. But for now, I'm very happy just creating for you as a hobby. So that's it, guys. I hope this video hit the mark. I hope my head was in frame. I'm having a little bit of trouble seeing the camera right now. But I hope you have a wonderful new year, and whatever you decide to do, wherever you decide to do it, just keep up the good work. Don't be discouraged. Tell your stories and get out there and create. All right, that's it, guys. I'll catch you later. Peace.